Now let's set the record straight. There's no argument over the choice between peace and war, but there's only one guaranteed way you can have peace, and you can have it in the next second. Surrender.
Many of us have questions about this virus and what each of us can be doing to stop the spread.
School closings, restricting large gatherings, and even working from home if possible. It's about isolating the ill, contact tracing to try to figure out who else may be at risk. And again, testing everyone.
We begin tonight with a nation already on edge in the coronavirus pandemic as protests turn violent across America. The governor fully mobilizing the National Guard for the first time in U.S. history. Police pushing back crowds using batons and firing rubber bullets. A patrol car on fire.
Fox News alert. For the first time in American history, a former president's been indicted. This day will go down as a dark day for America. Democrats are branding Trump as a criminal, along with the 74 million people who voted for him.
Admittedly, there's a risk in any course we follow other than this, but every lesson of history tells us that the greater risk lies in appeasement. And this is the specter our well-meaning liberal friends refuse to face, that their policy of accommodation is appeasement. And it gives no choice between peace and war, only between fight or surrender.
The Republican National Convention will go on as planned after a day that Americans will never forget. Donald Trump standing tall, blood running down his face, a bullet pictured right there in the shocking photo pierced President Trump's ears, just millimeters away from striking him in the head. This was a dark day in American history. The soul of our country is now, in many ways, almost unrecognizable.
Those who would trade our freedom for the soup kitchen of the welfare state have told us they have a utopian solution of peace without victory. They call their policy accommodation. And they say if we'll only avoid any direct confrontation with the enemy, he'll forget his evil ways and learn to love us. Alexander Hamilton said a nation which can prefer disgrace to danger is prepared for a master and deserves one.
And still, Donald Trump is ahead in the polls.
And I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Trump is a threat to this nation.
He's evil.
What Donald Trump and MAGA Republicans have made clear is that if they get into power, they will dismantle American democracy as we know it.
Do you think there was an assassination attempt?
I don't know enough to, I have an opinion, but I don't have any facts. So I want to make sure we have all the facts before I make any more comments.
Let us remember that when the time comes to look beyond the left and the right, beyond the red and the blue, we all come from families with the passion to fight for a better life together while we are here in this earthly realm. The winds of change have arrived. You know, when you stand back in those more sober moments in your life and you think about the blessings of liberty and the blessings of freedom, how lucky are we to live in the greatest single country God gave man, and we have a responsibility to protect and preserve it for our children, for our grandchildren.
Fox News Decision Desk can now officially project that Donald Trump will become the 47th President of the United States.
It is now official. CNN projects that Donald Trump has been elected president, defeating Vice President Kamala Harris and making a political comeback unlike any in modern American politics.
47th President of the United States. Former President Trump now defeats Vice President Kamala Harris, who entered this race just over 100 days ago.
You and I know and do not believe that life is so dear and peace so sweet as to be purchased at the price of chains and slavery. If nothing in life is worth dying for, when did this begin? Just in the face of this enemy? Or should Moses have told the children of Israel to live in slavery under the Pharaohs? Should Christ have refused the cross? Should the patriots at Concord Bridge have thrown down their guns and refused to fire the shot heard round the world? The martyrs of history were not fools. And our honored dead, who gave their lives to stop the advance of the Nazis, didn't die in vain. Where then is the road to peace? Well, it's a simple answer after all. You and I have the courage to say to our enemies, there is a price we will not pay. There is a point beyond which they must not advance.